I've imported my images. You'd go File, Import, and you would pick your camera. So I'm going from my camera to Lightroom. So I've imported them, and here they all are. So we're just going to go on this one first. So here's my raw image imported into Lightroom. And the first thing, I go through all the images first. If it doesn't look nice, delete it. I don't want to edit it all. I used to. It just takes loads and loads of time, and in the end you don't use it anyway. So the first thing I do, this is my image, the first thing I do is straighten it. The horizon isn't straight. So here is your crop tool. If you go on the outside of it, you're able to turn it, etc. So I'm looking in the middle there, and I'm just trying to get this as straight as I could get it. Okay, so I'm there. Sometimes you'll get darker areas in the corners, especially when you're using a filter. I don't think I had a filter on this one. This was just prior to me putting my filter on. But if you do, just bring it in. Yeah, so rule of thirds, horizon on the bottom third line. Yeah, great. I want this rock in it as well. We don't really want the horizon right in the middle there. Yeah, so you can crop in from the sides if you want to, any parts you don't like. Once you're happy with that, hit the crop again, and then it's gone. The first thing I do is the lens corrections. Enable, and here it's got my lens listed, so that's in there. This is the distortion of the lens. Sometimes that makes it so it's not straight horizon, etc., like a fisheye type thing. So you can adjust. Once you've adjusted it, just leave it. So go into the basics. So from the top, temperature. This is your white balance, yeah. So if we want it blue, if we want it yellow, okay. So this is blue hour before the sun comes up. It's mainly blue anyway, but you might just want to add a little bit of yellow into it. Really, it's up to you. Tint, I don't really change it much. Here it's going to go green, and here it's going to go purple. So it was on 33 or whatever it was, so I'm just going to leave it. Exposure, bright, dark. Now, as I'm changing this, this is the histogram. You might have heard of that before. Anything here is the dark side, anything here is the highlight side, okay? So when you're bringing this over, it's telling me there that I'm very, very bright. You can see that anyway, but you can see over here. So your exposure is what you think really is suiting the image you're looking at. Contrast, don't use it a lot. You can do. It just gives that little bit of definition. Good on black and whites, etc. Highlights, I really do like bringing this down, because it just, if you have it too far up, the white bits really do sort of pop out, but it's very spotty, if you get what I mean, in certain areas. Shadows, you can lift this up. Look at a rock on the bottom. I can lift this up and more of that rock is visible. But remember, the light is coming from the horizon, so it's casting a shadow anyway. So you can raise that up a little bit. Whites, again, if I move it all the way over, it's going to be really bright. Come down here, it's going to be low. Yeah, so look at the histogram on the top here again. See how it's changed there? And as I bring it back, see how it's now coming sort of midway and more over to the black side, yeah? So, but I don't really want the whites shining much. Doesn't affect this. Blacks, look at a rock again. Yeah, I can get away with that, bringing that right up there, but I'm not going to. I just want it down here somewhere. Texture, this is just adding texture to the image. You're making it soft as such there, look, and a bit of texture. So yeah, I add a little bit. Clarity, another one, exactly the same sort of thing. Soften it up, making it a little bit sharper, etc., etc. Dehaze, I love this. Look at the clouds. Look how they stand out. So I do use that a lot on my landscape. Vibrance and saturation down here. Don't use a lot of it. Look, it just makes it look horrible. it's horrible. So I normally just come up to about 9, 10, something like that. Saturation, again, you can really go overboard quickly. You know, I don't want that. It's horrible. If you want to change it to black and white, look, easy. So I normally keep this about 2 or 3. So that's my image there, right? So a great little thing you can do, bottom left, copy paste. Copy. Now you can check all, they're all going to be checked. The only one I would uncheck is the crop, straighten, aspect ratio, okay? Because each image is different. You don't want the same crop on each image because your horizon is going to be different, the sides are going to be different. So I copy that. So now all these adjustments are done here on the right hand side of the screen and now copied in the system. I'll go on to a new image. Right, so here's my next image, right? See, all the adjustments are just blank, raw image, yeah? Paste. So I've pasted all my previous settings from my previous image, which is this one, into this one. The only thing was not pasted into it is the crop and the straighten. Yeah, so I might want to take this little bit out here. I might want to bring it over. If there's something in the image that you don't like, just crop it in. No problem. Now this needs a little straighten. Yeah, let's get that horizon the best we can. Click the crop and there you are. Now the beauty is that the lens correction is already in there. Yeah, because it's saved it from before. You don't have to keep doing this for every image you do. So if you're happy, go with it. Now, if you then keep pasting as the sun is coming up, it's got brighter and brighter, your image may then becomes too bright. So all you do is then you can knock your exposure down a little bit. But if you're going to do that, go back, copy. So if I go into this one, I can see this image at the bottom is very bright, yeah? So if I paste, I need to then bring that down, yeah? Now, if you do something and you don't like it, on the bottom right, you've got reset. So if I reset, that is that image back, yeah? So where I done these initial images, if you don't like it, reset it. Now, what you can do, you can download presets, okay? So at first I started downloading all these and only used a small amount of them. Never paid for any, I don't think, because I don't think it's worth paying for, if I was honest with you. So in here you got all different variations of doing adjustments. So what they will do is they will do the adjustments for you on that image. I don't know why it's taking so long here. Let's just see if I can find something else. So you got all seasons there and everything. So there we go. Look, see? So I can click them and they are just all presets that are already in my system. Some of them I've downloaded, and if you like them, brilliant. If you don't use them. You know, like this one here, ND filter, look, you can use whatever you like. These are just instant presets that you can do on your image. Yes, I used them to start off with, and now I don't. I just do them how I like them. Yeah. So again, if I want to now put that back onto my image, because I use the presets there, I paste that into it, and bang, we're back how we are. That is all I do in Lightroom. I don't mess about with anything else. I never have done. People do. You do whatever you want to do, whatever suits you really. Your workflow is your workflow. Once I've done, file, export, export into a folder. Yeah, now here, if you come down to file settings, what I would do is I would save them as a TIFF file. They're very large files, but when you're going to keep editing and editing, because I'm now going to go into Photoshop, save them as TIFF. Every time you open a JPEG up, do something to it and save it, your image quality is slightly being distorted each time. So try and save as TIFF. Once you're finally done your final edit, then save as JPEG. So that is what I do with my Lightroom editing.